What's up, kids? Hey, everybody, let's do this Q&A thing. So, awesome question. And I get it, right? So, should you have your own, let me get my lighting adjusted here. Oh my gosh, there we go. It's a little better. Should you have your own mastermind? And and actually let's just start with what is a mastermind anyway? That's a good question. So, let me put my phone up here so I can actually say hi to folks as you guys are jumping in. I love hanging out with y'all. It's always so fun. Feel free as always to ask questions. We built this group and we do not pitch in this group. As you know, we don't allow anybody else to pitch in this group. We have guests in here. This is all about answering questions because as digital agency owners, as creators, as coaches, consultants, whatever it is that you're awesome at, we want to make sure you can move your brand forward and really help the people that you serve. We're all in this together, and that's what this is about. No clients looking over our shoulders. We get to just be real, shoot straight, and figure these things out together. So that's why we built this group. All right, let me just hit this thing up real quick so I can say hey to you guys as you jump in here. Let's talk about masterminds, though. I want to answer this question. Let's talk about what is a mastermind. There's some confusion about masterminds just generally in the world because there's a lot of people who call masterminds that actually aren't. And so I just want to kind of help clarify that a little bit, okay? First up, there we go. Now I can see everybody. Hey, guys. First up, a mastermind is not an online course, all right? A mastermind is not a jump in our Facebook group and answer questions like this. A mastermind is not a membership based group where you jump in for a monthly, Q&A call with some expert. A mastermind is a very intentional direct process that allows an expert, you, to give the information and training and your expertise to the people who want the transformation you've already experienced or that you're an expert in helping people experience. So a mastermind is an intimate process with a small group of people, like 5 to 25 people, let's say, depending on what kind of process you're going through, but a small group of people where you, the expert, can actually help them make a significant change. What's up, Rock? Um, you are a mastermind of masterminds, bro. Ha! I mean, it's great to see you, dude. Rock is actually in our mastermind, and Rock is a phenomenal leader. Rock's an expert in the branding and printing space. If you want a logo on something, Rock crushes that. He's amazing at it. So Rock has an expertise. Let's use Rock as an example. Rock's built a digital agency on how to do print and marketing material. Rock could teach a mastermind to other people in that business or wanting to get into the print business. So, somebody with a little t-shirt press in their garage who's actually wanting to really get in and crush that market. Rock could teach a mastermind and take people like that through a process where it's his information getting transferred to that person and then the people in the group working together on projects and having accountability and building a community and leaning in on each other. And because a real mastermind involves other people. It's the mastermind group itself that makes a mastermind so powerful. It's actually not you or me, the teacher, the expert. It's the people in the group. It's so cool. If you've ever been in a high ticket mastermind of your own, if you've ever been part of one or a member of one, it's amazing because you realize I just spent a lot of money for what I thought was to be close to this expert. But in reality, it was the people that are sitting around me on a Zoom call or live weekends or whatever that actually help me the most because somebody asks a question and so many other people get to lean in and it's just really transformative. That's the power of a mastermind. So, what's up, Gage? Awesome to see you, man. It's going great. How about you? So let's talk about this. Should you have your own mastermind? Here's kind of how you know. I didn't. I got a mastermind. I have two masterminds now. I didn't start this journey of mine thinking I wanted to have a mastermind. Okay, that wasn't really the linear process I thought would happen. I actually started by generating online courses. All right. I had a digital agency, really good at marketing, good at sales, good at messaging, good at all that stuff, and good at leading teams and processes. Okay. That's me. I wanted to teach that to people. And I wanted, as we all do, to create this evergreen structure of online courses and that magic holy grail of the money tree, right? But I failed like 5 times in a row on online courses. Spent all the money, bought all the courses, did all the stuff, built all the slides, delivered it, put it in a Kajabi type system, ran ads to it, ran funnels. We've all been there. Kept failing at that. But I had this urge and this itch. I had to teach. I had to express the information I had. I had to help people. I didn't want to just do the thing. I wanted to teach it. And I didn't want to just teach it one-on-one with one-on-one consulting. That was capping my time. I wanted I wanted to be able to scale that. All right. So I was I was speaking at where was I was in Boise, Idaho, at the ClickFunnels headquarters. I'm not a funnel hacker. I don't actually know even how to build a ClickFunnel. I don't have a ClickFunnels t-shirt, but they're a great community. I was sharing how our agency runs really efficiently because I work like 30 minutes a day in my Done For You agency, where we market for surgery groups, like a lot of you market for whatever niche. I was explaining that process, how we're efficient, all that, and the group said, a bunch of successful people in that group said, "Oh my gosh, you should have a mastermind and teach people how to do that." Okay, that's when all of a sudden the light bulb came on because I said, guys, I've tried to do an online course 5 times in a row, easily over $100,000 in ad spend, just trying to make all those things work for the past 5 years before that. And they're like, no, you're doing it backwards. You should have a mastermind that you're actually teaching, that people actually want to buy and be part of, and build the material, the curriculum as you're doing that, as you're teaching and training people. Record all of that. Those recordings become your online course, right? So that solves the online course goal that you have. But in the process of getting people into the mastermind, you'll realize what they want to buy, what their pain points are, the real transformation you can actually bring people. And then you can market a low ticket e-course to that. So here's this in a nutshell. And again, please, folks, ask questions if you got them, because I want to make sure that I'm not leaving anybody out on this. Bottom line is, if you've got, Noel, awesome to see you. If you've got a burning desire to teach, and you're good at something, and you can teach others how to do it. If you're the kind of person who you find yourself like constantly getting calls or emails or messages on social media, or hey, can you just meet me at Starbucks or whatever, and just explain how you do this? Like when people reach out to you, I heard you do this. Can you just explain that to me? That's a really good indication that you should be teaching. If you enjoy sitting down with someone over coffee or on a Zoom call and talking about what you do and helping them get started, you should probably have a mastermind. Like if people are leaning on you and seeing your expertise and you love teaching and helping them, a mastermind is just quite frankly the simplest way to transform a small group of people, like 5 to 20 people. Let's say most people have 10 to 20, maybe 25 people in a mastermind group at a time. So you can actually impact each person. But you get paid to transfer what you know to a select group of people who are super serious about actually learning it. Because there's nothing more frustrating. What's up, David? There's nothing more frustrating than spending like an hour at Starbucks or on a Zoom call with somebody, and then a month later they call you back and they want the same information they just asked you about, and then a month later they call you back, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm banging my head against the wall with this person. They just won't take my advice. When they pay you to join a group, they will take your advice, and they actually get real transformation. People change in masterminds. People get there so fast. That's what's important. David, awesome to see you, dude. How much did you charge for your first mastermind? Yeah, good question, David. I was a chicken when I first started, and the people at ClickFunnels who like in that Two Comma Club, group, that they were like, look, dude, anything under $2,000 is an online e-course. Anything $5,000 or over is in mastermind range. So I just kind of went with what they said, and I was scared to charge. They all told me, Chris, you should charge at least $25,000 for your mastermind. I started with $5,000. I know. I'm a little ashamed of saying that. And I've been selling high ticket stuff in my Done For You agency to surgeons for a long time. It wasn't the number that scared me. I just didn't believe that people would find value in me and in my process. And I wish I had believed it sooner. Once I saw people going through what we teach and the transformation, our prices went up. But it was a guts thing, and I think all that was in my own head. Bottom line is, though, anything less than $5,000 is really not a mastermind. You can't invest in people at a high enough level if you charge less than $5,000 per person. So let's say it takes you 6 or 8 weeks to sell, 10 people into a mastermind. Cool. That's $50,000 in 6 or 8 weeks. That's great. Good for you. But you got to keep that going, and you need to make enough money where you can spend enough time with that group and maybe hire a staff person or something to help you to really be able to invest and change those people. It's all about the transformation. So you want to make sure you charge enough where you can invest enough into those people to make sure they get the transformation. Good question, David. Jordan, awesome, dude. Great to see you, man. Jordan is such a freaking rock star. If you have any questions about building an online digital network, Jordan's right down in the comments. Reach out to Jordan. David, and how do you structure it? Yeah, good question, David. So I structure we have two masterminds. There's two main ways to structure a real mastermind. Again, a real mastermind is an expert reaching out and transforming a small collection of people where the people can work together, be accountable together, lean on each other, and the coach is there with them, or the expert's there with them in the process. All right, it's not just collectively watching an online e-course and doing a once a week Q&A. That's not it. So we structure our process with two different masterminds. One of them is a linear process. People go through it. It's a year long. So it's the linear is what I'm focusing on here. You could do this for 12 weeks. You could do it for 6 months. It doesn't matter. We have a 12-month long process where it's a linear process that's important that people follow a structure and a system as they change and grow and build their done-for-you agencies or coaching programs to be very efficient. That linear process is important. That's why we teach it in a long structure. You could do the same thing. A lot of people do teach linear processes. If the process you're teaching doesn't have to go in a linear cycle, we also have another process we teach that's more marketing and sales oriented. It doesn't have to go in a linear process. And you can allow people to join a group like that anytime, and you can teach it in a roundhouse setting. So we have two masterminds. One we teach linearly, one we teach in a roundhouse setting. And every 8 to 12 weeks, we repeat the material. But we put people in a mastermind setting so they actually get a faster transformation. So, it depends on your training and teaching and how you would display your information or how you think through what steps somebody needs to go through to transform. But, they both have their place. I hope that answers that, David. Ask another question. If I missed that, let me know. Maybe another point there for you, David, is we structure trainings. We do trainings once a week for both of those groups, regardless, where I teach for 20 or 30 minutes on a topic, and then we do Q&A for an hour to make sure nobody's getting stuck. And then with both of those groups, we also have a Q&A halfway through the week to make sure that if anybody's kind of getting into it and trying it on their own and they're still hitting a wall, that we can get them over that wall so they're ready for the next week. So no child left behind, so to speak. All right, Noelle. Can't deal with that. Believe in yourself. You're right, Noelle. Noelle, that is Noelle's comment down there. Believe in yourself. 3 hearts. That is probably the biggest piece for most of us. With anything we do in our business or personal lives, quite frankly, it's believing that we can. We are so capable, particularly in this group right here. This group in this Facebook group is unbelievably talented, driven, knowledgeable. I was going to say well-educated. That's the wrong word. Knowledgeable experts in this group. There's a bunch of you there. You're amazing. You're already doing incredible stuff. You already know 99% more than most people you'll ever serve. It comes down to us having the guts to know that and say, I got you. I can take you to the next step. That's a big piece of this, is just what's going on between our ears, I wish I was better at believing myself most days. David, yeah, that helped. Do you also have video modules, or is it just the weekly calls and extra help Q&As? Yeah, so we record everything, David. So it turns into video modules that we can resell and turn into e-courses, right? Super cool. You get paid to create your e-course. What a great idea. But, the only e-course driven stuff that we throw into our live masterminds is bonus material. So sometimes I'll realize that a group that we're working with, for instance, during 2020, some of the groups we were working with, because 2020 was so disruptive, we're having to rethink a lot of things, as we all did in 2020. So we created some bonus materials in our normal structure to deal with rebranding, flipping a brand, thinking of new products or services, retooling your businesses. And what we did is we would just simply have, and we still do this occasionally now in our mastermind, we just simply say, hey, we're going to jump in on a Friday morning, not our regularly scheduled program, just with the mastermind group, and I'm going to I'm going to teach you this process that you need right now because of a unique thing going on in life. And I'm going to teach you that live. We're going to record it. And we're going to save it in the membership area for you. So that kind of stuff. Anything we do like that create, we still retain that for sure, and we add it to the next membership group. So your masterminds are constantly getting better and deeper and more helpful. Let's see, Noel. Chris is awesome. His mastermind had given me transformation, and I've only been in it for 3 weeks. Oh, that's really kind, Noel. Back to your comment about believing in yourself, Noel. Noel's been in our mastermind 3 weeks and already getting transformation. I'm super thrilled. But Noel, think about it. You're the one doing this. At the end of every slide we have in our mastermind, we say, do work, get results. You're the one doing this. There's honestly, as mastermind leaders, you guys should, if you're an expert and know what you're doing, you should have your mastermind. Have one. Believe you can do it. It's funny though when you're the teacher of a mastermind, because you realize I'm not teaching anything that eye-opening, because everything we all want is on YouTube, right? Everything's there. The job that we have as leaders of groups is to reach out to someone and say, I see you and I know you can do this. And I'm going to condense all this information that's out there down into the steps that you need to take now, because information overload is real. There's too much. But having a really skilled leader, having an expert, you being an expert, taking a group of people into your own mastermind, for instance, you get the chance to say, I see these 10 people in front of me, and I know that this person needs step 1. This person might need step 7. This person might need step 3. Let's go ahead and take them there right now. And that's so cool, because you can get that person over that hurdle immediately. But it really comes down to people like Noel who actually do work to get results. Noel, you can't lose. You've got what it takes. You're doing the work. It's you. Congrats. Noelle runs a group called the Challenge Queens. Her and Charlene, her business partner, they run a group called the Challenge Queens. They build online challenges, obviously. They build online events. They build local stage events when we get to do that again. They do it all for speakers, consultants, experts, authors. They do it all, the whole package. Just show up, teach your material. They put everything else together. It's a really cool brand. They have a fantastic training program and done-for-you service. Noelle, I just can't wait to see what the next 6, 12 months look like for you. Naveed, hi Chris. Hey, great to see you, man. I'm so glad you're here, man. I really am. Welcome to the group. And then Noelle, but now I have someone nudging me and leading me a fresh eye mindset. When I first started my mindset, my mastermind, Noelle, I actually hired someone to help me do this, because as good as I think I am at marketing and telling my story and doing my thing, I couldn't figure out the branding. I can't do my own stuff. For some reason, we're so good at helping others and we're blind to our own spots. So absolutely, everybody hire a coach, hire a mastermind leader, do whatever you need to do, but hire somebody to get you there faster. Otherwise, you'll just do like I did and spend 5 years banging your head against the wall. It's really painful. Okay, Noelle, when someone believes in you, you believe in yourself. Yeah, isn't that true? That's really true, Noelle. So, man, Naveed, I'm super stoked as well, dude. This is a great group, Naveed. Ask your questions anytime. We're here to answer them. And you're going to be blown away by the people you meet in this group. This group is shockingly amazing. And it's not me, it's the people in this group. There's a lot of people in here that I am honestly impressed would ever even respond to me on a Facebook message. And they've joined our group and they constantly add value and answer questions. Naveed, just jump in here and be the awesome you are, add value like the rest of us, and people will just fall in love with you because you're an expert. You got this. Any questions? I got to go here in a couple minutes, but I got a couple more minutes. I'll answer a question if one pops up here. Bottom line is, folks, if you can do, if you are an expert in a done-for-you process or a service, if you're an expert in coaching or teaching, if you know something and people are leaning in on you to ask you, how do you do that? How'd you get started in this? What are you doing? How'd you fix my website? How'd you take my marketing to this level? How'd you build a Facebook ad set? How'd you write that book? How did you learn to coach people that way? Whatever it is that you're good at, people want to do what you've done. You've gone through the hard work. You've already forged the trail. And now people want to follow that trail. That's all a mastermind is you clearing the trail, clearing the path for the past couple of years that you've been trying to figure it out and hustled through it. A mastermind is you just simply going back to the beginning of the trail that you've already cleared and inviting people to the trailhead and saying, look, guys, I know it seems scary, but I've already cleared the trail. There it is right there. Let's just walk down this path together. That's what a mastermind is. And that's what you get to do as a mastermind leader. So I hope that helps clarify what is a mastermind and if it's right for you. Most of you in this group could totally have a mastermind if it's your thing. If you hate teaching, you're like, oh my gosh, showing up weekly with people, I would hate that. Then don't do mastermind. But if you love teaching and helping and seeing people transform, and you don't mind staring at a camera every now and then, it really is fun. I'm a bit of a camera hog, so I actually really love the camera process. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. You'll have a great rest of your day. And, there's one more question up here. What about creating competition? Okay, Rock, what about creating competition? I'm just going to make sure I get you right here, Rock. Help me clarify that a little bit. Like if you got competition in the market, or if I'm creating competition inside my own mastermind participant groups, like they compete with each other. Let me help with that. David, you're making me feel like I've gone way overboard with what my coaching program is supposed to look like. Also, figuring out I'm just jumping the gun entirely. You know, David, a Zoom call might help. It would totally love to help you out there. It's simpler than you think to do this. It's simpler than you think to start an online course, a coaching program. The whole mastermind mindset and getting people into that kind of teaching structure opens up lots of doors for one-on-one coaching, e-course sales, all kind of cool stuff. It's like the coolest gateway ever to get paid while you're building everything out. So if I can help, let me help. Naveed, what should be the first thing you should be doing when you're starting out? Or maybe the first couple of things, perhaps. What should you stay away from doing? Yeah, when you're starting out, I'm going to say specifically in building a mastermind, you should definitely stay away from, and here's what everybody falls into. Everybody falls into wanting to build course content. They want to build out their outlines. They want to make the thing. Like, here's what I'm going to teach people for 12 weeks. I'm going to get it all outlined out and put it on slides. And no, get out there and have an idea of, I know the general direction I went in my journey, and I know I had to overcome things like prospecting, selling, course creation, how do I go live, all that kind of stuff. But so I have like general zones about what I want to talk about, but I don't get specific about it. Go out there and reach out to people in your community and invite them to join the process and the training with you, and then build the material and the curriculum as you invite them in and as they accept seats in your mastermind, because they will tell you in the process of joining exactly what they're struggling with. Then you can be really specific and you'll start selling before you start building, and that's really important. All right. Rock, if I teach everything I know in my industry, then I'm creating more people to compete with me. Yeah. So what do? Okay. Yeah. Here's the thing. Everything you know, again, and everything I know is already out there. There are so many people in the world. Like if I was living on some island with like 250 people, I might start feeling kind of competitive about who gets the client. But really, man, there's so many people out there. I teach what I know constantly. I teach people literally how to do exactly what my agency does with surgeons. And so what? I've had a few people come through there who actually have the same or similar market. It's fine. There are plenty of subspecialty surgeons in the world that you can go market to. It's not bothering me at all. I teach people how to do all kind of marketing stuff. It's okay. There's so many people. Just have an abundance mentality, and we're all standing in the same stream fishing. Hand out fishing poles, teach people how to fish. There's plenty more fish coming. It's gonna be all right. All right. Good question, Rock. I used to feel that way, but I've kind of realized you just can't. You can't get them all. There's just so many people out there, right? All right. Let's see. David would love that. David, reach out in a private message if I forget. I'm sorry. I've got a call here in a minute, so I might forget. Just shoot me a message and say you'd like to jump on a call, and we'll get you a calendar link. Oh, haha, yeah. I have it all outlined. Yeah, I know, right? Right, David. You, me, and everybody else. We've built the outlines before we sold. Did that 5 times. Really expensive project. Yeah. Abundance mentality. Yes, Noel, you're absolutely right. There's so much we can do for other people, and there's so many fish in the sea, so to speak. Just be an awesome giver and help people move forward. And you don't have to worry about the rest. Somehow it all comes back around. All right, you folks, y'all are just freaking all awesome. I wish I didn't have to go today, but I do. I will talk to you all in a couple days. Q&A on Thursday. Y'all enjoy Wednesday. Get out there, do your thing, and talk soon. Bye, guys.